Hey guys, welcome to r/just no mail. And this is one of my favorite subreddits where people post stories of terrible people. And then we get to vote on whether they get the no mail or not. So let's jump into it. This story was written by an anonymous user. OP is 38 meters and his wife is 38F. They've been together for 18 years and married for 13, and they have a 16-year-old son. So when OP was younger, he says his wife was always very caring and empathetic. She hated people who abused others. But now, something's changed. When OP and his wife were younger, they raised their son to be kind and caring, and they always taught him to not make fun of others for their background or their parents. However, one day, they got a call from their son's school, and they brought him home. Apparently, for the last few months, OP's son and some of his friends have been taking money from this one kid who comes from a low-income family. The son and his friends would also take any item that the kid would bring to school, regardless of the cost. Not only that, but they would also physically harm him when he didn't have any money to give them. The kid's name is not mentioned in the post, but I'll just call him James. OP couldn't believe that his son would do something like this. When they questioned him, he immediately confessed, but he acted like it was no big deal. According to OP, his son looked guilty, but it was the type of guilt that you would feel if you stepped on someone's shoe. Meanwhile, the kid James had multiple cuts and bruises on him. I'm assuming because of the physical harm that OP's son and his friends had caused, it was obvious that James had been through a lot of pain. OP and his wife went to the school to speak with the staff about what happened. While they were there, they also met with James's grandmother, who was crying because she had no idea that her grandson was being tormented. After hearing everything, OP was furious and knew that his son needed punishment. So when they got home, he grounded his son and took away his consoles, phone, and computer. And he also prohibited him from leaving the house without adult supervision. Meanwhile, OP's wife didn't seem to care. She told OP that he was being too hard on their son, and that it was just kids being kids. OP's wife said that boys will be boys, and that this was just a roughhosing gone wrong. She also said that boys will get into trouble, and that this was just a small altercation that would blow over. The next day, OP's wife left to stay at a friend's house, and she took their son with her. OP was furious because he believed that she was punishing him for standing up to her and telling her that she lacked empathy. He believes that his wife is trying to send a message to him by siding with their son. So, OP, what do you think? Do you think your wife is sending a message to you by siding with your son? Or do you think that she's actually just trying to protect her son? Let me know your thoughts. For context, here are the top comments from this post. The first comment from SqueakyClean23 says, "You need to divorce your wife and you need to make sure that child gets into therapy." Also, this isn't just a parenting thing. There are actual mental health issues going on here. Next comment from Crafty Cobra says, "I agree that there's some serious mental health stuff going on here, but I disagree that the husband should divorce his wife. If the husband has any hope of salvaging his relationship with his son, he absolutely must try counseling with his wife and son. Alone time with just the wife would probably end up with her blaming the husband for all of it. Counseling with all of them present will allow the husband to advocate for himself and set healthy boundaries for his son." And the final comment from My Name is Bond says, "Yeah, OP, you can't fix her. She's a narcissist." I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if she's your wife or not. You have to be honest with yourself about that. I say that because anyone who treats other people badly, especially children, can't really change. You cannot save her. You also need to focus on saving yourself because she's not going to change. She will continue to double down. So make sure you're there for your son. Make sure that your son knows that he can talk to you. Save that relationship because you may not have your wife for long. You may have to leave her because she's not worth it. She's not worth the gaslighting and the lies. Do you agree with these comments? Let me know your thoughts. And as for OP, I'm gonna have to give him just no mail. How could his wife be so bullying is no laughing matter. And I believe that she thinks that boys will be boys is an excuse for this type of behavior. Yeah, no mail for her. As for OP's son, I don't think he should be given just no mail quite yet. I think he deserves a second chance, but maybe just a warning this time. So what do you think? Does OP deserve just no mail? Let me know your thoughts. That was the story. And if you like this type of content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new videos every single day.